Well, Destiny fans, anyone that's still playing Destiny, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. They have finally made an announcement recently talking about the info that we've been waiting for, at least on the next major update. And it's not good. I'm going to read what they wrote, and then I'm going to share my thoughts. But spoiler alert, it's not good. And also, spoiler alert, still no roadmap. So let's get into it first. So the Destiny, the game Twitter account posted saying, our next major update, Destiny 2 Shadow and Order, is undergoing large revisions and will be delayed. This update is being changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates, and as a result, will also be renamed. This update will now launch on June 9th, 2026. We will provide exact details closer to release, covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading, but also additions like expanding tiered gear to all raid and dungeon activities, Pantheon 2.0, tier 5 stats for exotic armors, and more. Through June, we will continue to have routine bug fixes and stability improvements, continued portal modifiers, Guardian games in March, and the return of a more frequent Iron Banner cadence in April. In terms of communications, we will be focusing on providing you with updates about our live game content, community activations, and general upkeep through the TWID and our Destiny social channels. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We will have more information on our next major update and future plans for Destiny 2 closer to launch. See you Starside. So, right off the bat, 3-month delay, technically 4 months waiting for a major update. A major update. That's all quality of life. They don't make any statements of really like content. They even said that they're renaming Shadow in Order to whatever it could be, quality of life in order, or Destiny 2 is on life support in order. I don't know. But it seems to me they're scrapping any of the content part of this update. At least that's what it sounds like, because that's all they're focused on. They don't mention that they're going to have a lot of content in there. But who knows? We could be surprised with something. But, I mean, let's be real. The last major update when it came to story was so bad that if it's going to be anything like that, it's probably for the best that they don't focus that and focus on story stuff for the next expansion or something like that, like those lines. But that's even if that happens, because with this entire statement, it's all focused on talking about the next quality of life update that is replacing Shadow and Order, and communication on that as it gets closer. So, June. And not only that, but they're basically making our expectations be like, hey, our TWIDs and stuff are going to be just like general, like basically what it's been, where we're getting like, hey, there's an emblem, hey, Destiny fashion thing, hey, known issues, like very like generic updates like this week in Destiny. Nothing like crazy about the future until we get closer to this major update. And that's bad. This is bad. I feel bad for anybody that is really enjoying Destiny right now, because this is going to really bring the vibes even lower on Destiny 2 and Bungie and the player base. Like it's not good. And I've had to take a break from Destiny because of how things have been going. I just don't want to invest in this game if Bungie doesn't even want to tell us that they want to invest into it. And this is no different. This is telling me is it sucks that they can't even like at least communicate the truth a little bit. But they're clearly more focused on Marathon. And the reason why that Destiny has been in this kind of spot is because a lot of the dev work has been going into Marathon. And there's just so much focus on Marathon. I mean, they're literally just throwing advertisements, talking about it everywhere. They're getting people like sponsored to play it, and they clearly want to ship it, which is understandable. I get it. You want to get your game out there and you want it to be successful, but you like just ignoring and ghosting your dedicated community on another game. Like, you, Bungie, you're evil. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it's that, like, what does that mean for Marathon fans down the road? That, like, you'll do the same thing to them. That's basically what I'm getting out of this. It just doesn't feel right. But, like, there's nothing about the roadmap. They're focused on the major update when it comes to info. So we're probably not going to get any future plans for Destiny 2 talked about until after the major update. So in June. And the reason why for this is because there's no way they've been trying to figure out a roadmap since like November, or like it was like September or something. This seems to me that they want to see how Marathon goes to see if it's even worth it to keep going with Destiny. And that sucks, because when you think about that, that's like, what's the point of playing Destiny? What's the point in investing? What is it? Where is the reason? What's the reason to get on and do these things? Again, I mean, tier 5 loot and raid and dungeons, that should have been their day one. Like, when they added tiered loot, everything in the game should have been updated to this. Everything. And I swear, and I've said it when they were talking about how exotic armor was going to have tier stats, if it's all it is just upgraded stats and that's it, nothing really crazy with it that makes it like make sense why it's taken this long, that's also ridiculous. Like, that's where it's like you go back to the drawing board and you figure out what to do with your engine for maybe a new Destiny game, hopefully, where this doesn't be a problem anymore. I mean, Pantheon 2.0, sure, but again, it's like, with the vibes being so horrible, is it gonna be worth it? Like, I really want there to be something good when they do talk about the future of Destiny, but at this point, it sounds more lines that this is going to require a miracle. And I don't think Bungie has that in them. Especially with how they've been treating Marathon. And if Marathon does like really, really well, I don't know what that means for Destiny. But if Marathon does really, really bad, that's also bad for Destiny. There's no, like, people are saying like, well, we need to not support Marathon. It needs to fail. It's like, well, there's no winning move. It all depends on if Bungie has the respect to their player base to do the right thing, but they're really corporate focused. They're going to follow the dollar sign, and that sucks. That's why me playing Warframe, they're different games, but the studios, the way that they react to their community is so different. Like, Digital Extremes is not following the dollar sign. They know the dollar sign will follow them instead if they focus on the right things, their community. But Bungie's like, no, we have to follow the dollar sign, and then you guys need to follow us behind. That's the reason why they were saying, well, it's too expensive to do sparrow racing. Oh, it's too much work to do PvP maps. No, it was never too hard to do PvP maps when the game wasn't free to play, where you charged people for DLCs that had those maps in there. You had to have some reason for the price tag. So, like, now that those playlists are free to play, they don't have to do anything. They're like, well, why would we can't follow a dollar sign for making free content. It's awful. And I do apologize that a decent amount of my videos recently have been negative, but it has been negative. And I've seen the comments where people say, you know, you got to give up on the game and whatever. I'm passionate about Destiny. I love it as an IP. I just don't like how Bungie's holding on to it. I would much rather at this point have any other studio take over on making a Destiny game. Like, use the same engine that Bungie's using, but make it actually work. But give it to somebody else that knows what to do at this point. Like, this is just getting ridiculous. But I'm passionate. I criticize the game because I hope my feedback will get to them and they'll listen. The problem is I don't feel that compared to other studios. Like, and it's been proven that, yes, when you give feedback and criticize a game, whether giving feedback on, like, positives or negatives, like, it helps shape the game if those devs, if that studio cares enough about that. Bungie, it just doesn't feel like that. I mean, look at how they're responding to the players that have been wanting some kind of information, and it's just corporate speak. Quality of life update. We're renaming it. Why are you renaming it? Like, the fact that they have to rename it, just say, oh, we're scrapping the story. Or are you gonna still have content? Like, there's no like dedicated, hey, by the way, there's also going to be a lot of other new content. It's just focus quality of life in the statement. And them not even mentioning the roadmap that they were promising. They're just saying future plans. You know, like when it comes to the launch of this update, which, again, I'll be surprised if they talk about the future plans of Destiny 2 before then. But I'm going to assume that they're going to focus on all the info for this major update and then talk about the roadmap or the future, if there's one. I don't know. But I will say this, and no, I really want people to understand that when I make content on Destiny, it's not for Bungie. It's for individuals that are still enjoying the game, or individuals that genuinely want to at least see some Destiny content without playing it. I get those comments, so I still will upload like here and there. I have old footage that I haven't uploaded it, so I haven't played Destiny 2 since December, so anything I upload from here on out is older stuff. If I do go back to Destiny, I'm debating on going back to Destiny 1 and doing like a fresh run with some friends, like going through the stories and stuff and just having fun, treating it just like a video game. And when it comes to Destiny 2, I don't know. It really depends on how I'm feeling, if I even want to get on to do anything on there. Like, I love the gameplay. I love the build crafting. Like, I've been just treating Destiny instead of it as a live service game and just treating it just like a video game, which is not what it is. That's what's tough about it. Like, if they were to want Destiny to just be a video game that you log on and play a little bit, then they would need to change things or add things that would make sense, like a Forge, like start making it into like a Halo experience. But it's not. So I don't know. I'm hoping that this is not the beginning of the end, but it's not making me feel like there is going to be anything different from this. Like, we're gonna need a miracle at this point for players to come back. Renegades had less players than Edge of Fate, and that was a big collab with Star Wars, and it didn't work. That's sad. And I actually genuinely liked Renegades. I did. The story was pretty good. I did like the loot. I enjoyed it, and I kind of had that little spark of hope for the game. Little bit, not a big one, but since like starting even like January, with this lack of communication on the next major update and whatever, and just how they've been treating the Destiny community with their like live updates, with the weekly updates, just kind of pretending like all this panic is not existing. It's like, that's a really bad look. As I mentioned, things need to change. And this communication, I will say, I at least appreciate that they've made a statement, but it should have not have been waited till this point in time, when we're only like would be a couple weeks till this update was supposed to launch. They knew about this. They knew they wanted to delay it for a while now. talk. Don't care about your own corporate outlook because you want Marathon to be so good and you want to make it like you. It's like you want all these like new players coming in for Marathon to go, hey, by the way, no. We're just treating the Destiny community like garbage. We won't treat you like garbage. I don't know. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Bungie, we need to do something. And I don't think waiting up till June about talking about future plans and stuff is gonna be a great move. Definitely isn't. Unless you have something crazy for the future. Because all I'm getting out of this is, again, we're just waiting on if Marathon's going to be profitable or not. I don't know. It's just disappointing. I'm not mad. I'm not furious or whatever. I'm just disappointed. And every day, I've been getting more and more apathetic about it. To where if I want to play Destiny, it's just because I'm doing it for, like, just the fun of it. And not for the grind, not for the company, for my own community. Because, again, I do have individuals that still play the game and who still want to see some content on Destiny 2. I do have compilations that I want to work on and stuff, but my focus right now when it comes to content is doing anything and everything. Like, it's not just Destiny, it's multiple games. A Warframe, you know, Helldivers, Battlefield, even classic games. I'm streaming so many different games, and a lot of those games are going to be going on my channels plural, because I have multiple channels if you want to support those. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'll do like an update later talking about when it like specifically Destiny content. But yeah, for now, I just want to focus on this like topic. And yeah, like as I said, this is just bad, really bad. But let me know in the comments down below how you're feeling, you know. And regardless, if you want to support my other channels, I do have them in the description. I have a more of like a focused variety channel. I do variety here too, but that's where like a lot of like the like stuff that is like really variety-esque goes. And I am growing a commentary channel where I just ramble like this, but talking about other games than just Destiny or Warframe or something. So regardless, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a chibi-tastic day, night, evening, wherever you are. See you in the next video. Chibi out.